G'day YouTube, a Stacker Hacker here. Hope you're all doing well today, and as you might have heard from my previous video, I managed to get down to my storage unit and retrieve some of the stuff I'd had tucked away there. So here's a few of the little items that I brought back. Some people may be interested about this and some may not, but it's all good to see anyway, I think. Many years ago, the wife and I decided that we would pack everything up and pack up the car and travel around Australia. And I thought while we were doing that, there's lots of places that you can find gold. So we went out and bought a couple of gold detectors and set out on our way. And initially we didn't have a great deal of luck. We went down to Tasmania, spent 2 months down there. And when we came back to Victoria, I caught up with a guy that done metal detecting courses. So I took my detector that I had at the time, which wasn't the greatest, and he said pretty much that it was junk. Even though it was a mine lab detector, he said it was very old and that I'd have better luck if I replaced it. So I went out, I'd done the course with this guy. He gave me, he lent me, he has detectors that you can use, and within 5 minutes I found my first little gold nugget. Here it is, the first ever gold nugget that I found. Nothing to retire on, but it is gold. It's less than a gram, and I was pretty proud that when I dug that up. And the first thing you generally do is stick it in your mouth to make sure it is gold. And then they say you shouldn't do that because if there's any mercury around, you might end up dead. But anyway, so that's my first ever gold nugget. Like I said, nothing I could retire on. But when you find one, then you think that you should find more. Anyway, so I'll put that aside. After a little while, we ended up back in Victoria, and we went to a place down there. They call it the Golden Triangle because there's lots of gold that's found there. And we did manage to find a little bit of gold. Again, nothing to write home about or nothing that would ever allow us to retire. But gold is gold. And even though they are small, I guess if you find enough of them, they all add up in the end. So here's a couple of them. I try to be wary because whenever I drop them on the carpet, I need to get the vacuum cleaner out to pick them up. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, they're rolling everywhere. 7, 8, 9, drop down. 10, 11. Is that about right? Can't see through the phone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 tiny little nuggets that we found as we've been travelling across Australia. See if I can zoom in a bit. Easy to see. And so the places I found these are in the Victorian Gold Country. Also found a few in Tibooburra in New South Wales. A couple of those, and a couple in Leonora in Western Australia. So we've done a fair bit of travelling around Australia to find gold, and this is the sum of what we found. Well, I did find something that I do like, and it's a tiny little specimen. It's a small nugget inside the quartz. A little hard to see because the lighting and the camera doesn't want to zoom in. But yeah, it's a a little quartz rock with a piece of gold stuck in the middle of it. And I could smash it up and see how much gold is there, but I think it looks much nicer just as it is. So that's the gold. Like I said, we've travelled lots and lots of miles along lots of very rough corrugated roads to find it. And again, they say with gold you've got to walk over it to find it. So unless you're out there swinging the detector around, you're probably never going to find it. But I have been to places where they have found lots of good gold, you know, sort of stuff you can retire on. I'm not that kind of lucky guy. I'm the same sort of guy that sits in a boat while his mates are fishing and they're catching fish down one end and I'm not getting a bite at the other. But yeah, the detector I have is a GPX 4800, so it's in nowhere is it well, it is a modern detector, but it's not as flash as some of the ones that they have out now that you know, they're finding the tiniest little specks of gold. But yeah, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with those. I have thought about melting them down, making a small little, I think when I have them all on a set of scales all up, there's about 3 grams. So 3 grams of gold's a couple $100, I guess. So you know, I could melt them all down and drop them in a, you know, make a little button out of them. 3 grams would be quite good. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. That's my little gold journey so far. And trying to get this camera to not wiggle around too much and zoom back out is a bit of a mission. But anyway, thanks very much for watching. I'm sure it interests some people and maybe not others, but gold is gold, probably worth a lot of money at one stage. So thanks very much for watching, and as usual, like, subscribe, and share it with your mates. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe, it helps out heaps. And keep stacking, if you're into detecting, metalhead stacker, I've seen a couple of your videos, so get out there and find some more. Anyway, take care, enjoy your day, and we'll see you again soon.